In this section, we are going to be creating a Python password encryption command line tool. So let's talk about why we need encryption for our passwords. We have users who enter their passwords in plain text into our systems, and then we store that information in our database. So before we can store it, we need to pass it through some form of encryption or another algorithm like hashing, which is what we'll be looking at here, in order to avoid storing passwords in plain text. And why don't we want to have passwords in plain text in our database? Well, in the case of data breaches, if those passwords get leaked, it is going to hurt our customers' privacy and our security and the customer security as well if the passwords can be reused by attackers. And so we want it to be impossible to recover a password by a malicious party in the case of an attack or a breach, and we want a user to still be able to enter their password and have it be recognized as a valid password. So what we are looking for is a way to enter information, have it be stored securely and not in plain text, and also be able to be compared against to make sure that the right user can be logged in. So the way that encryption works is we have an unencrypted password, which is plain text, for example, password 1234, and then we have an algorithm that works on that input using an encryption key, which shows it how to substitute each character with different character or sets of characters to produce the encrypted password, which looks nothing like the plain text. And that is a great approach, with the one issue being that you can use an encryption algorithm and key to go from unencrypted password to encrypted password, but also from encrypted password back to unencrypted password. So what we'll be looking at instead of a straight up encryption tool is going to be a randomly salted hashing tool. And what that means is we'll be creating a hash out of the password that we get as an input, and we're going to use a random set of characters, a salt, as a way to randomize the string that gets generated. But we'll still be able to check whether the password is correct or not. And we'll see how that works once we start building the tool. So see you in the lectures.